Hey guys, and welcome to your daily mobility flow. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. If you've been here for a little while, you probably see a little bit new angles. I raised the camera up a little bit. Got a little change in lighting too, but that's not really that important. The angle is up because I'm going to do this all from a standing position today. So you're going to do it from a standing position today. Normally we're down on the floor, but today we are going to do the perfect post run. Could really just be post workout stretch regardless. Doesn't have to be a run, but I just finished running a little 5-mile action. So we're gonna just do a little good stretch, little good stretch, you know? Okay, first thing we're gonna start with your quads. We're just gonna add support. You can hang on to something. You don't have to if you wanna stand, you know, without touching anything, that's totally fine. But we're literally just gonna stretch out each quad. So 1 foot down, knee up to the hand. Okay, you might even need to give yourself a little kind of like hinge swing and snap to get it up there, especially if your legs are tired from doing something like running. But just a little quad, a little quaddy action. I'm gonna try to start enunciating because I feel like I'm slurring my speech. Maybe it's all the blood in my legs, switch sides, and in my calves, not in my brain right now. So heel to the butt. You're gonna drive that knee straight down. Try to keep this hip open. We don't want to be here. See the angle, hips broken. I'm not getting a quad stretch. I want that knee down, hip open. It's gonna allow for a better stretch. I need some foam on the walls in here or something. I can hear myself. I don't like it. Too much vibration off the walls. All right, switch back. First side. Finish out that quad. This will be a little bit shorter one than the last hold. Trying to get my running a little bit better. I still kind of limit myself to twice a week at the most for running in any form. One, because I don't want to overuse anything, switch, and end up jacked up from some overuse injury. But two, I want to be good at too many different things to spend a ton of time running. So that's just me. But I do want to improve my running to an extent. I'd like to be able to put out a, might go ahead and rest. We're gonna hit both calves now. So you need something to prop your toe up on like this. We're gonna prop up. So you're gonna sit back. So I'm just kind of sitting back and down, propping my toe up, pin the heel to the ground, and then we're gonna lean, take that knee down, take that knee across towards the toe, and closing at that angle is gonna stretch out your calves. So yeah, I'd like to be able to put out like a 35-minute 5-mile, 7-minute miles for 5 miles. That would be nice. And then I don't really care to get any longer or faster than that ever. I'd like to be able to just crush, like go out whenever I feel like it and put out 5 miles and be done in under 40 minutes. And so if I can do a 35er, then on not my best day, I can still get those 5 done in under 40 minutes and I don't ever have to run more than 40 minutes in a row. That's the plan, actually, is to get good enough that I never have to run more than 40 minutes straight. And I don't really need to be better at running longer and slower than that. There's, for me, switch sides, sit back, prop up, and lean in. For me, there's no real advantage after that to having longer, faster miles. And I don't want to have to run more than 40 minutes because I like to carry a certain physique. And while you can carry some muscle mass and be a good runner, the longer duration you're running, the harder it gets. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it gets more challenging. I do know and have some friends who are incredible runners. You know, we're talking, you know, sub 3 hour marathon runners who carry a lot of muscle mass. But I don't have the same genetics as them. I'm still slurring my words. Good job, Seth. Genetics. All right, let's go back. First side, prop it up, lean in. So, yeah, I want to have as much muscle mass as possible without losing any type of fitness. Same thing's true the other way. There's an amount of big you can get where you start to lose some athleticism. You know, yeah, I know LeBron James is huge, but do I look like LeBron James to you? I'm 5'9", 172 pounds. Like, me and LeBron don't have a lot in common, let's be honest, from an athletic standpoint. Switch, last one. So, you know, you gotta play, you know, to your own genetics. You gotta play to your own, I don't know, your own score, honestly. There's no winning and losing this battle. You just gotta, you know, set yourself up for as much success as possible. And, like it or not, the more long distance you get good at, the less of a reason your body has to carry a lot of muscle mass. All right, let's get a little spread, nothing too crazy. And we're just gonna hinge down to the middle and we're gonna hit your hamstrings. You can be big and strong and a good runner. Yes. It's just hard, like a good runner in terms of, and you know, when I say runner's so, you know, different. You know, 100 meters, 400 meters, 800 meters, 1 mile runners. You know, when we're talking competitive, like, you know, good at running. I'm not gonna go win no Olympics, and most of us aren't. But in terms of being your best, there's a point where the return on running will interfere with too many other aspects of fitness that I want to be able to have, you know. Like deadlifting triple body weight and back squatting double body weight. You know, having 25 strict pull-ups. We're just working side to side. Sorry, I didn't really give any instruction. We're just gonna get those hamstrings opened up a little bit. Side to side action. Anyways, that's what I want out of my fitness. I want to be as strong as possible and keep building as much muscle mass as possible for physique's sake without losing any of my athleticism. And by that I don't mean just being able to go out and run long, even long and fast, much less long and slow. You know, I want to be able to run fast, sprint, jump. That kind of stuff. That being said, if I kind of naturally grew up with a lot more muscle mass than I did, you know, maybe I'd be a little bit more into longer running than 40 minutes because, one more, you need something that's anywhere from like your knee height to like your waist height. This is a little bit too tall. Actually, I'll use this. Let's move my book, move my lamp. Right here. We're gonna put one foot up, back the other one up a little bit, and then we're gonna drop your hips down. I better use the edge. Watch this, I'm gonna flip this over and just tumble. Use your couch, use something more secure than this little table, and then we're gonna drop your hip down and in, and you should feel it right here in this hip flexor. And we're just gonna sink that side in. Get those hip flexors opened up. So, yeah, I don't know what I was saying. Oh, if I, you know, I don't know if I averaged being 5'9", 205 pounds, you know, if I carried muscle mass easier than I do, I would be a little bit more biased towards a little bit of extra conditioning because I naturally carry a little bit more strength. But that's not really me. Switch sides. Sink that hip in. This knee can bend a little, this back knee can bend a little bit. It can be straight. Play around with it. Play around with your hip positioning, your torso positioning to kind of find some spots where you really get it way up into that hip flexor and it's not like a quad stretch. Oh, I can tell this is a post-run stretch because my legs are starting to shake, holding myself up like this. So yeah, it's the law of diminishing returns. You know, that's how I think of exercise as a whole. You know, what is going to give me the most return for the least amount of effort? Not how can I put the most amount of effort into this. I think of exercise, you know, as medicine that changes your body. And, you know, when it comes to medicine, you want to take, all right, switch. You want to take the least amount that gets you the most results. You don't want to just take as much as you can possibly take. Minimum effective dose versus maximum tolerable limit or something like that. We talked about it in pharmacology when I was in school. And I'm very much a minimum effective dose guy. Now you gotta know where you're going, you gotta know what kind of results you want. Switch sides. To know what type of dosage to take or what medicine to take, and you know, your goals may be different than mine, which may make all this irrelevant to you. I'm talking about mine. I think running a 35-minute 5 mile and a 5:15 mile is good enough for me. I'm not ever gonna go to a track meet or a cross country meet. You know, combine that with a 450-pound deadlift and almost 30 strict pull-ups in a row. Like, that's pretty good fitness. It's the kind of fitness I want. It may not be the kind of fitness you want, but anyways, if you have any fitness questions, just ask them in the comments. I'll answer. That's what I actually do for a living. Stretching is like a super side note for me. It's important, which is why I'm making these videos, but it's like not really what I do for a living. I train people. So anyways, thank you for being here. I'm gonna stop talking now. Hope you had a great day. Hope you have a great day. All the things. I'll see you guys tomorrow.